Are you ready? If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya. What's up? I'm awesome. Hello, ladies. Hey, ladies. Hey, really? Really? Oh, yeah. Yowie, wowie. Like mom. Baby. To believe that.
Either the rapture didn't happen or we are severely mistaken about our position with God. Either way, we're here with the 2 Words Podcast, everybody.
We know you were worried. You were worried it would just be empty seats.
Just be empty seats. What if that, But here we are. We made it. Do you subscribe to the Left Behind version of the rapture where we just rapture right out of our clothes?
I don't really know. I don't think I've done enough research to securely land on pre or post or if there's one at all.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I really love the audio drama versions of the Left Behind story.
Yeah.
It is so fantastically well done. But I kind of want it to be that way.
And specifically, because I never read the books, because books, what reads those? But I definitely watched that first Kirk Cameron film.
No.
And the implication that we go to heaven, but our clothes do not, meaning that maybe we're going to be naked up in heaven.
All naked in heaven.
That's the way God created us, and that's the way we will all be. And so, in the words of Captain Kirk, I'm going to go to the gym. That was the best line in Nemesis, by the way. Were we doing a wrestling podcast?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're doing. Did you say Captain Kirk was in Nemesis?
Not Captain Kirk. Picard.
Picard. Yeah.
Picard was in Nemesis.
Star Trek aside.
Star Trek aside, and the Rapture aside, that I'm fingers crossed didn't happen.
I'm fairly certain. The guy who said it was going to happen is still here, so I'm assuming there's a problem.
Fair enough. Welcome, everybody, to the 2 Words Podcast. My name is John, and with me, as always, is my tag partner, Radio Matt. Radio Matt, how are you doing today?
So dang good.
So dang good. I'm so dang good, too, because we have...
Crown Jewel?
Crown Jewel coming up.
Gotcha.
I forgot the name of the... I forgot the name of it. 90% of this podcast is just me trying to remember the name of things. We're here for Crown Jewel coming up this Saturday.
Yeah. Early. Right?
Early, yeah.
What time is it? Like 10 a.m. or something for us?
Yeah. I believe that Radio Matt and I will not be watching live.
Right.
Because we have an event.
We wouldn't call it an event.
Yeah. We have a funeral. Now it's weird. We have a funeral we got to go to for a dear friend of ours. And so, but we will be catching up. We will be keeping a close eye on it when we can. And it looks like a good card. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an okay
not the greatest card in the world. I don't know if it's as good as the WrestlePalooza card.
Yeah.
But WrestlePalooza card was shockingly good. But before we get to all of that, hey, yo, AEW has announced a crossover with DC Comics. Is DC Comics a faux pas because DC stands for Detective Comics?
No.
Can I say, is it kind of like saying chai tea?
I don't think so.
Okay. DC Comics. On October 1st, AllEliteWrestling.com announced a partnership between the promotion and Detective Comics that will see AEW's finest, including Mercedes Moné, Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page, Timeless Toni Storm, Willow Nightingale, Orange Cassidy, and Kenny Omega team up with the likes of Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Nightwing, Green Lantern's Guy Gardner and Jon Stewart, Hawk Girl, Zatanna, Harley Quinn, and, of course, Batman, to recover the big galactic belt and prevent a cosmic catastrophe. I didn't make that up. That was straight from their website.
I think it's a faux pas to call it Detective Comics.
Is it?
to full on call it all the way out like that anymore.
No, come on. Come on.
Yeah, this seems like a fun gimmick.
I mean, it'd be fun.
It's like when Scooby-Doo was partnering with every different show under the sun, including WWE at one point.
Yeah. I either hope it's just like a goofy fun, or it is like, Injustice level. Just.
Well, when you're going after the galactic title.
Come on, it's the big galactic, but you're preventing a cosmic catastrophe. That's the wording there.
Yeah, that's gonna be silly.
I think this will be fun. I think it'll be it's a cute thing. I'll probably read it. We'll read it and give our thoughts. I said when this came out, I think there's nothing funner I can imagine than an Orange Cassidy Guy Gardner team up.
I think I can think of one.
Okay.
Orange Cassidy and the Flash.
Orange Cassidy and the Flash.
Orange Cassidy being so like low key and chill and slow, teamed up with the Flash. It's a perfect odd couple situation.
Yeah. I was thinking you really wanted to go goofy. The Acclaimed teaming up with Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
That would be good.
That's just that's four guys that could just have a good goofy time. I think this is his. You wonder how they're going to treat the properties, and I'm assuming DC is in charge of writing.
I would think so.
The creative process. I'd be interested to see who they got to write it.
I'm sure it'll be, this kind of Elseworlds thing where it's not tied to any current storylines. Yeah. Similar to some of my favorites are like they did a Star Trek and Green Lantern crossover with the movie version, the new movie versions of Star Trek characters.
Okay.
And they did two. They were supposed to do three. They only did two because I don't think they sold that well. But they were beautifully told, completely outside of the real universe. But you got to see them each, several of the crew get lantern rings of different colors and their powers all of a sudden, and it's very fun.
That's kind of cool.
I would love to see that kind of stuff happen. Like if Orange Cassidy gets a Green Lantern ring, that would be dope. But.
What lantern do you think Orange Cassidy would? There is an orange.
There is an orange lantern, but he wouldn't be. That's avarice. That's greed. I don't think he'd be that. I don't know.
Indigo, maybe.
Indigo's compassion. So Indigo can channel pretty much any other lantern power if it wants.
Okay, so
that's possible. Hope, blue. I don't know.
This is the dumbest conversation. This is the dumbest and most boring conversation we've had. Shockingly, and we love it. We do. It's for us.
We talked about the Rapture earlier.
Yeah, we did. I love crossovers.
It'll be fun.
I love most crossovers of every sort. Even when the Power Rangers crossed over with Ninja Turtles, which
happened both in comics and in the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger TV show.
Yeah, it was
fun stuff.
Yeah, because they were trying to, and I mean, I understand that back when it was Fox Kids, they were trying to promote this garbage Ninja Turtle show that they came out with that I loved. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yep, that'll be good. Hey the Hardys and the Dudley Boys to face off one last time. News has been out since August, but we haven't touched on it yet. Matt and Jeff Hardy, who are the current TNA World Tag Team Champions, will be facing Team 3D, Bubba Ray and Devon, in one final table match at Bound for Glory this Sunday. it is rare that I carve out time to watch a TNA match. Of course, this will be one that I definitely shove into my schedule. But in an interesting moment that was shared with me by friend of the show, Brandon Blythe, in the very friendly segment between the two teams this past week that they had their contract signing, Bubba Ray asked Jeff, out of all the crazy stuff we've done, how are you still alive? And Jeff responds that only God knows why, and then makes it a point to tell the crowd that he is a reborn by fate again Christian.
Hey!
Which got a decent pop from the crowd. It did not seem to be played for any kind of angle. It wasn't belittled by anyone for an insult. Seemed like a genuine aside that Jeff really wanted to share. And of course, Devon threw in a testify right after. And we know Jeff's had a rough time with substances throughout his career, some of which happened in the ring on camera. It appears to have been some time since he had an incident like that. I hope this admission is a positive sign that his life recovery process is on track. And of course, praise God for that. And let me tag on another Jesus-related bit of news while I mute my phone.
Jesus.
What's going off? Also sent to me by Brandon this morning, in fact.
So we know at least one person listens to this show, and it's Brandon
Faithfully,
Blythe.
he does. Zoe Stark posted on her Twitter account on Monday the video of her getting baptized and wearing an I Have Decided t-shirt with the caption, "Thank you, Jesus."
That's it.
Really cool stuff.
That's what we like to hear. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I mean, I will never not be happy about people making those kind of decisions or statements. In regards to the match, it's great. I'm happy that it's happening, but there's an obvious hole. Like, there's an obvious hole in this match,
Which is
Edge and Christian. And I know that, like,
of course.
it can't happen.
Right, no.
It never happened in TNA. I think it almost happened in TNA. Like, Edge is the only one of them that didn't actually go to TNA, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, Christian was there.
Yeah.
For a little bit. But aside from that, I mean, this is slam dunk.
Yeah, it's going to be a killer
It
match.
services old heads like us. It services new people. It's a moneymaker. It's fantastic. It's the best.
Probably one of the biggest matches for TNA in a long time, if not ever.
Yeah, I can't remember anybody being like, "Hey, this match is happening on TNA." Like, come on.
Okay, cool. Whatever.
Come on. But no, I'm excited for that. I will probably also carve out time in my schedule to watch that match. Hey, yo. Speculation has been running wild about John Cena's final opponent.
Man, he stole my news story. You
That's
got
why
me
I
back.
said it now.
You got
That's why
me
I
back,
said it now.
punk.
I knew you were. I almost texted you like, "Hey, don't talk about this." I'm talking about it. Speculation has been running wild about John Cena's final opponent, and we may now have an answer. According to Dave Meltzer, multiple sources have confirmed that former World Heavyweight Champion Gunther has been chosen for the historic match at Saturday night's main event on December 13th in Washington, D.C. He says that two sources have confirmed with the latest plan is for a tournament to be announced, possibly on air by Triple H, with top wrestlers vying to be Cena's last opponent. But multiple sources have confirmed, however, it reaches the conclusion that Gunther will be the person chosen for the match. I don't have a problem with this. I like it. It's a great way to give Gunther exactly what he needs. But there were so many more matches we needed.
That's true. But I do like the idea of the tournament. I think that's going to be a fun build up to it and makes it feel even more special. It's almost like the match with John Cena is a title in and of itself.
Yeah.
And that is what typically we do when we retire, right? It's when a wrestler reaches that end of their career, they put over the newer up and coming champions that are going to be around for a while. And I think Gunther's a perfect choice for that goal.
Yeah.
While I would want to see more classic classic matchups, this is still going to be good.
I wanted to see more Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I wanted to see.
And there's still one. Isn't there still one match that we don't know? Survivor Series? Won't he have a match there?
He might.
We don't know what it's going to be. He might just be a part of the Survivor Series match. Who knows? But
That'd be fun too.
it's possible. Don't count it out.
Yeah.
We could have a Randy Orton John Cena match.
And I guess to me, and we talked about this kind of last time, I think the fumbling of John Cena's retirement has been that we've known about it for a year and we did not make it. They chose to go a different route instead of making it a sort of greatest hits sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And it's, because easily it could have been him saying, I am going to run through everybody you think I'm going to run through.
Yeah.
We're going to do this one more time.
And everybody would have been on board. 100%.
And he brought out a whiteboard and been like, CM Punk running through him. Randy Orton running through him. Batista's coming back. We're running through him.
That could be CM Punk.
No, he already had. Didn't he already have?
He?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Because he did the promo.
That's right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because he was still a heel.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm thinking just in the babyface part of it.
They wasted it with his heel run.
Yeah.
I honestly, and I know that he said a year. He should have given us a year and a half.
It should have been till WrestleMania, right? At least,
us a year and a half. But
I feel like it would be more appropriate to have the final match at WrestleMania, or at least on a PLE.
Yeah,
not on a Peacock exclusive Saturday night main event.
Yeah,
with Jesse Ventura. I'm just asking questions.
I've called a lot of John Cena matches. I don't know why I shake my head like that when I do Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, he doesn't do that.
He doesn't. No, it's like a Jay Leno. Hey, why don't you tell me? I am at peace with the Gunther thing, though. Like I am good with the Gunther thing, and I look forward to that match. Hopefully they don't squander the build up, and hopefully they don't squander Gunther.
Yeah,
and much like they did
with Goldberg.
Goldberg, exactly. I was going to I'm saying AJ Styles because he was the Undertaker's last opponent, and then they were like, "Yeah, never mind. We're not going to do anything with you, AJ Styles. We forgot you're at the end of your career."
That's true. That being said, I don't think that Saturday Night Main Event will also be airing on NBC because I think that's done. I think now they're just on Peacock as they happen. Okay. Which means they might not fumble it. I think that gives them a better chance of not fumbling because they're not having to rush to fit into the time blocks.
That makes sense.
I feel like that's kind of what happened with Goldberg. They had to kind of just quickly wrap it up and rush and didn't give it the time to breathe that it needed. So hopefully that will combat against that. Joe Hendry is NXT now, but not according to TNA. After multiple,
you didn't tell the girl you broke up with that you broke up with her.
After multiple high-profile WWE appearances in 2025, speculation grew that Joe Hendry had left TNA for WWE, seemingly confirmed when Bobby Roode told fans on September 16th's episode that Hendry was now with NXT. TNA President Carlos Silva disputed that claim on the Battleground podcast, confirming Hendry remains under contract with TNA while collaborating with WWE. He says, yes, he is still with TNA, and he is until he's not. Joe has been great for us and great with WWE and NXT. We will continue to work through that together as good partners do. But making it pretty clear, he's still our guy.
I love how the NXT guy was like, hold on a second. No, you don't get to do that just yet. I think that part of the magic of Joe Hendry is that he's in TNA. Mm-hmm. I think that's part of the magic. I think once you start seeing him every week, the bit's going to get old.
Yeah. The fact that he can show up randomly and you don't know when it's going to happen, but it's not every time in NXT is what makes it a good gimmick. Yeah.
I think that's where the magic is. But, I mean, I could be wrong. You're also going to see once he comes over to NXT, which is inevitable, I think, they're going to change everything about him. They're going to change everything you love about him. They're going to take away the theme song eventually. They're going to take away the smile eventually. They're going to take away him popping up out of luggage cases eventually. Him walking out of refrigerators. Like, they're going to take everything you love away from him.
Eventually.
Right. There have been a handful of wrestlers where it's like they got pulled up to the main roster and everything that you loved that made them worthy of the main roster, they stripped that away and left everything else. And it's like, why do you do that?
We don't want to refresh like he's a brand new person when they're coming from the same company. Yeah. Even if it's a different promotion within the company, that's what we fell in love with. We're already in this wider universe. Yeah. We want that character as it is here now. Yeah. And I think...
I mean, they tried to kill Karrion Kross.
Right? Gosh, it came out in that thing.
And they did.
That red thing.
Oh, my goodness.
What was it from the movie?
It was from some...
Desperado or something?
No,
I don't know what it was. I don't remember.
It was from I don't remember.
But anyway,
it looked like the outfit that...
Was it Burt Reynolds?
Sean Connery.
Or Sean Connery.
He wore in a movie he did after James Bond.
Anyway, it was horrible. Yeah.
And then Starburns showed up in it.
That's right.
An episode of
That's right. Horrible stuff.
You know, like,
I don't want them to carry and cross Joe Hendry.
Yeah, here's hoping. Hey yo. Toni Storm has revealed that she is an AEW lifer. On a recent episode of Sandman's podcast, the Timeless One made it clear that when her time at TNA is up, she's done. Toni Storm is currently under a 5-year contract and said there's no we'll see what happens. She went on to say that when her time with wrestling is over, she's disappearing for good and from the public eye. And when asked if she'd ever go back to WWE, she simply said no. She doesn't seem to harbor. She made it clear. She's like, they're great. Love them to death. But once I'm done with TNA, I'm done with wrestling. Yeah. And I'm not becoming the, actress or, I'm not doing any of that.
Like, I'm just done being.
I'm just going to be done.
Done being a celebrity after that.
And here's the thing. I think that what Toni Storm has done for herself in AEW is both great and also the biggest thing that's going to keep her from getting a WWE contract. Like, she can't be timeless. You cannot do that in WWE.
Yeah.
You can't talk like that. I can't even give you examples of how she can't talk because it's crude. And that I hate that because I liked Toni Storm. I still like Toni Storm. But I liked Toni Storm in WWE. I thought she was great. She had she had a good look. She had a good, moveset. She always came out with the Nelly Band-Aid on her cheek. Like, that's a reference for all you elder millennials out there. Nelly with the Band-Aid. What was under it? Nothing. But I think that's really great that she also knows kind of where she's going. Like, hey, when I'm done, I'm done. I don't want to be this guy that's sticking around waiting to be put into something. Like, just let me leave.
I get that. And I like that. That's not bad. I don't have any more. That was all of mine because you stole my last one.
Yeah. So. I really just have one more thing. Santos Escobar's contract ran out as of midnight on October 6th. And way more people care about that than I figured. Really? There were articles left and right. It was so the timeline was at like 5 o'clock. I saw an article that said Santos Escobar's contract is up at midnight. And then like an hour later, it was Santos Escobar is not re-signing with WWE unless some miracle happens at the very last hour. And then by 9 o'clock, there were a bunch of articles like, here's why Santos Escobar will never wrestle in WWE again. Like,
just a steady.
Let me ask you a question.
Up.
If I pulled up 5 random people, Could you pick Santos Escobar out of a lineup?
Random people or random Hispanic wrestlers?
Here's the deal. Unless it was 5 wrestlers and 4 of them were Randy Orton.
No, I couldn't. I don't think so. Yeah. I'm having a hard time picturing him now. I keep picturing Andrade, and I know he's not Andrade.
I keep picturing Humberto Carrillo. Here's how bad this is.
Yeah.
I pulled up a tab to search him, and I forgot the name that I was trying to search.
Yeah. It's always interesting. It's like he's one of the guys that the news story will be.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I know
we
who
know
he
that
is.
guy is.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
I can't tell you anything great he's done in WWE.
He was in he was in the LWO
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Right.
He was kind of leading that out.
That was about it.
That was about it.
Yeah. He feels like the guy that there would be a hollowed out silhouette on a YouTube thumbnail. This wrestler contracts just expired.
You're not going to believe what they said.
And then you open it and it's like, oh, it's him? Okay.
You're not going to believe.
That's not Randy Orton. You know it's never a big name when they don't tell you the name in the news article. Because if it was a big name and said Randy Orton's contract expired, I'm like, what? I need to know more now.
My favorite one of those was when years ago there was an article that said, I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but it said Shawn Michaels reveals that him and The Undertaker were never friends. Right. And then you click on the article, it was like, Shawn Michaels was like, yeah, we just never like rode together. We weren't like super close.
We weren't buddies. Like, we didn't hate each other.
He's never come to my birthday party, but you know, like.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but people really seem to care a lot about it. I seem to just get so much about this. And maybe it's just a slow news day, you know, but I don't know. Well, that's what we've got for that. Fun opening segment. Moving on, we have Crown Jewel this Saturday.
All right.
Pour yourself a cup of coffee and sit down with the morning paper and
enjoy some wrestling.
Because it's taking place in Riyadh.
No. This one's in Australia.
This one's in Australia. It's in Perth.
Perth.
That's why they're having the Australian street fight.
Yeah, they wouldn't have an Australian street fight in Riyadh.
Well, I legitimately, when they first started, when I saw that, I was like, I don't think either one of those guys is Australian. And that was concerning.
This doesn't make sense to me.
I'm pretty sure Bronson Reed's from New Zealand. And he's not. He's from Australia. So there's that.
Yeah,
but we got
he is.
a lot of fun matches. Where do you want to start? Radio Matt?
Well, let's just end on the men's one. So wherever you want to start is fine.
Okay. Let's go with Kabuki Warriors versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. I don't know about
Who
this
won?
one.
Who won? You won? Are you the champion?
I'm the champion.
Okay, so I get to pick first.
I am champion. Barely I'm champion.
Barely.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Ripley and Sky are going to win. It's a rare PLE in Australia, so I think, of course, Ripley is going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Especially without there being any kind of real stakes. She's going to be cocky about it, too, which is going to lead to a furtherance of this rivalry for the rest of the year, I bet. Because what else are these 4 women going to do currently?
I don't know. It really seemed like they were trying to amp up Asuka versus Sky. That seemed like what they were really...
And that's still a part of this. And that can still be it eventually. But
because of that, and because I've seen so little else of Asuka in the past, I think I'm going to go with the Kabuki Warriors.
Okay.
I think you make a good point about it being in Australia, but I think that is an old way of thinking, if I'm being honest. That's how it used to be, and when you're in Canada, Bret Hart's supposed to win. He doesn't, but it just doesn't seem like you used to be. Yeah, when we're in Boston, John Cena comes out and wins. Doesn't happen. It doesn't seem to happen as much anymore. I see what you mean, though.
I would agree that it doesn't seem to happen that much anymore, but I will say that every time that there's been an Australian pay-per-view, Ripley is always in the forefront, and I believe she's always won.
Don't bother me with statistics. No, I think it's a good pick, though.
Right.
So I just think that ramping the story up between Asuka and Io Sky, it makes a little more sense, and we don't.
And
Ripley doesn't need to win.
That can still happen, even with Ripley getting the win, because there can still be an after the bell kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
So we'll see.
It's a race riot. Let's go with kerfuffle. You sent me a list of them. I was just making sure I have all of them. I don't have all of them.
Do you want me to lead the picking or what?
No, I've got it. Okay. This is my show. I say what goes. Well, let's go to the Australian street fight.
All
Roman
right.
Reigns versus Bronson Reed.
This one's harder for me to call because while Roman is still a top guy in need of a new push, Bronson is also kind of on a rocket ship. And it's recently confirmed he's about to sign a new multi-year contract. There's also the Braun Breaker elements, the weird dynamic going on with the Usos. I kind of feel like they're setting Roman up for the need of a redemption arc, possibly leading back up to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And so I think that means he loses here.
Roman won last time.
He did.
Okay.
And so that's another point that I think he loses here against Reed. I think Reed wins, not because it's Australia.
Yep.
But because storyline wise, that seems to make the most sense in my brain.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of this, and I'll talk about this here in a second because there's more to it than just like I think we need to push Reed, but we're either Bronson Reed's going to win or the vision is getting broken up.
Right.
Like that's the only, because I think that Bronson Reed's going to win, and I think that Seth Rollins is going to win, and we'll get to that in a second. But the Paul Heyman bit from last night's Raw, I don't know if you watched last night's Raw.
I did.
But Paul Heyman kind of said some things that made you believe that we're putting into your mind about the direction of all of that. And so I think that Bronson Reed has to win. Honestly, at this point, if Reed doesn't win, I would switch to saying that Seth Rollins also loses.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how committed I think they are to that.
Yeah.
That's how committed I'd be to it. But yeah, I would also be willing to take Bronson Reed in this one.
Okay.
Let's go with the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship. The giant class ring that we're never going to see again.
Well, there's an actual title belt, too. I remember Cody Rhodes
but
wearing
it looks like a class ring to me.
Yeah, well, there also was a ring. I remember Cody Rhodes brought it out, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. We're not going to see it again after this.
Right. Until the next time.
Next year. But Cody Rhodes not going to have to defend it next year.
All right.
I guess.
Is it defending? Or is it is it like the Super Bowl where it's just like this is this year's championship?
I think this is this year's champion.
I think that's how that works.
Sure. Whatever. Stephanie Vaquer, which I learned last night means vaquero means cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you learned nothing.
Scratch that. I learned nothing. I learned lies. Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton. I don't really. I'm sorry. Good.
Yeah, thank you.
These are the rules, John.
You already called out Rollins ahead of me. Jeez.
You can still pick Rollins. I'm just saying.
Personally, I don't feel the hype myself for Vaquer, and I don't know why. Clearly, I'm in the minority. She is red hot with the fans. Stratton kind of feels like she's on the tail end of her time as champion. not as exciting as it was before. So yeah, I feel like Vaquer is going to win. I feel like that's rushing things, having her just become champion. But why give it to Tiffany Stratton right now? I don't see that. So
I'm going to go with Vaquer, but for a different, but I don't believe it's because they're rushing things. I believe because they put the championship on her last month. Mm-hmm. And if they make her lose to Tiffany Stratton already,
yeah.
What does that even do for Vaquer? I mean, I'm sort of with you. I don't see necessarily the appeal character-wise of Stephanie Vaquer, but I think she's a great wrestler. I think that again, I think that when you have gosh, I'm remembering names again.
or not remembering names. I don't even know where you're going, so I can't help you.
He was in Harlem Heat.
Not Booker T?
Booker T.
Is it Booker T?
Booker
You
T.
couldn't remember Booker T?
I couldn't remember Booker T. And there were only so many ways I could describe him. I didn't want to get in trouble.
I don't remember the other guy in Harlem
Stevie
Heat.
Ray. It was his brother, Stevie Ray.
That's right, Stevie Ray.
I can remember Stevie Ray, but I can't remember Booker T. I think fans really love Booker T reacting to Stephanie Vaquer.
That's true. That is funny.
You know, she does have a rather suggestive finish.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Worked really well on top of the ladder. I like that.
It's true.
That was like, ow. That had to hurt.
Anyway, this is a family show. So I would also suggest, I think we're in agreement on this one as well.
Yeah. I think our things are going to come down to the Ripley and Kabuki match.
I'm willing to make some adjustments if I need to.
No, it's okay.
So what do we have? 2 more matches?
Two more confirmed and 1 possible.
Okay. So John Cena versus AJ Styles. To me, that one actually is harder to pick.
Really?
Then yeah.
It's going to be a fun match, but AJ is allergic to winning. If Cena is facing Gunther in December, John will lose that match. And after having lost to Brock last month, giving him a couple wins at Crown Jewel and Survivor Series makes the most sense to me, because it doesn't want to be the John Cena losing streak to end his career. I think it's going to be a barn burner. I think they're going to pull out all the stops, try and tug on the nostalgia of previous matches they've had. And there's going to be plenty of near falls and all that nonsense, but it's still going to end with John Cena winning clean.
Here's the problem that I have. Is first of all, this should have been Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles.
Agreed.
John Cena and AJ Styles had one good match.
Yeah.
And that's just a timing issue. It wasn't, anything other than that. But the problem is that, like, AJ Styles still has to be here.
Right. But he's been here for a long time
Right.
and hasn't won a single
That's
thing.
the problem.
Despite me begging for him to win a match, making the case that he's definitely going to win this match.
'Cause
time after time, and every time being disappointed.
They immediately made him WWE champion almost. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, and then just like they just dropped the ball. So yeah, we're both gonna pick Cena.
Yeah, I think because AJ has signaled that he's on the way out soon, WWE doesn't really see the point in pushing him, but just showcasing him in bigger matches is more the plan.
And here's the thing: is I'd love to disagree with you for a competition's sake, but I'm not going to intentionally lose.
Right? No,
I'm just not going to do that.
Don't do that. No, I wouldn't have you do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll do the speculated match.
Okay. So yeah, this is rumored because the card is still small with only 5 matches. And Solo has yet to receive a rematch. And so this would make an easy match to add to the show on SmackDown this week. It would be the United States Championship, Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa. I mean, I feel like because Sami Zayn just started the John Cena US Open Challenge thing again, and that's a very fun gimmick every time they do it, that they wouldn't want to stop that this quickly.
Just right away.
Because it's not even been a month that he's been doing it. So if this match happens, I think Solo still loses. I think Sami wins. But I think it would be a great match. I'd love to have that rematch showcased. Also, I don't what's happening with Solo? I mean, what's the deal? Why isn't he fun? Why do the people like him? Why don't I like him? I feel like we should like him, but nobody likes him.
I think that when they originally brought him in, he was like the silent enforcer.
Yeah.
And then they immediately tried to make him the head of the table.
Yeah. And when he's on the mic, he's not great.
He's not compelling.
And then they brought in Jacob Fatu, who's just phenomenal.
He's not very compelling. And on the mic or in the ring, I have not seen anything. It was almost like they were like, hey, this worked for Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe's more athletic. At least showcase wise.
Yeah.
It looks like they tried to stamp a Samoa Joe copy, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think for those reasons, we could just say, yeah.
For those reasons, I'm out.
For those reasons, I'm out. I am out. At least on Solo for right now. Like, they could do something.
Oh, yeah.
They could do something.
He's talented enough that he could definitely turn it around, but I think being more the silent heavy.
He needs to work on his shoulders. He's a little, I mean, I know.
That weird neck muscle back there.
I know I don't have it all from my dang self, but like just do a couple of overhead presses, Yeah, that's a new hitch in my shoulder.
Oh yeah, I've had that right here for a long time.
Yep, that's just finding out new things about yourself. So all that to be said, though, I think I'm still going to take Solo.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
because I don't see either way for this match going. I don't see it going one way or another.
Yeah.
The big problem is that Sami Zayn is not an underdog.
Despite them constantly putting
trying to
him
make
in the
it that
underdog
way.
role. Yeah.
Despite him looking like an underdog, despite him acting like an underdog, he's not an underdog
It
anymore.
always comes out of, I'm the underdog in this match. You can't be the underdog and win every time.
Yeah, you can't beat everybody. That's not how underdogging works. It's not how the Underhound works.
The Underhound. All right. So
I guess for the last match of the night, men's Crown Jewel Championship. And here's the thing: is I like the concept of like the champion versus champion. I just liked it when they did it at
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions or Survivor. Is it Night of Champions?
It was Night of Champions.
Night of Champions.
Yeah, Survivor. I think occasionally they would do that at Survivor Series,
Series.
but they made their own pay-per-view for that.
Yeah.
And I liked that better because it would be every championship.
Yeah.
It would be Intercontinental versus United States. It'd be the tag team champions from both brands going against each other. Those were always fun.
Anyway, so I like the concept of this match.
Yeah.
I like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins in a match.
And it's going to be a great match. They always have fantastic matches.
Yeah.
Cody doesn't need to win this twice in a row.
No.
And beyond that, as you were saying, Seth is kind of becoming the hotter commodity as the shine on Cody's starting to fade. The vision is heating up, and they either got to like cement themselves as the top dogs here in the WWE, or they got to break up. And I don't think they're breaking up. But after his loss to CM Punk last month, if he loses here, Seth then kind of comes off as a joke. And he's the champion.
Yeah.
He can't come off like a joke.
I would have had a much easier time Sunday picking Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
That being said,
Gave you heartburn.
yeah. That being said, like last night, which is one of the few times I've ever actually tuned into Raw as it was airing.
Yeah.
But like I tuned in right before the CM Punk LA Knight segment, and then it went to Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins is like, "What happens if I lose?" And so Paul Heyman's like, "You don't need to worry about that." He's like, "Okay, but what happens if I lose?" Which is a weird. It was almost out of character for Seth Rollins, but it was a really cool moment. Where he's like, "But what happens if I lose?" And Paul Heyman's like, "Why are we talking about that? It's not going to happen." And Seth Rollins is like, "Because I want you to tell me." And Paul Heyman launches into this thing about, okay, if you lose, it's all over. Mm-hmm. The Vision disbands. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker lose faith in you. He goes, the locker room loses entire faith in you. He goes, and honestly, I'm going to have to ask myself why I decided to choose you over the other two guys. And it was like, oh, Seth Rollins has to win this match now. Or they're building it up so that everything crumbles down on top of him.
Right.
I'm not going to take that. I'm not willing to take that chance, though.
Right. That happens too often, and has happened too often for the last decade or more. They build up a really good faction. The faction exists for 2 months, and then it breaks apart.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen here.
Yeah.
This is a good faction.
Or they don't let it go long enough, or they let it go too long.
Too long, like in the case of the blood.
Overcooked, underhooked.
Go straight to jail.
Right to jail. It's an undercooked, overcooked thing. It's amazing how much content you have to consume to understand everything that's said on this show. Because we're not going to explain it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think for those reasons, I would say that, yeah, Seth Rollins has to win this match.
I also want him to win this match.
Yeah.
Not just storyline wise, but I think it would be,
Yeah.
if it would feel right. Cody Rhodes is great.
The shine is off the apple with Cody Rhodes.
But the shine is off. And he needs a new story element.
Yeah,
here.
the story's done, and then we just
Right.
never started a new story.
Right.
You know? Terrible time to take a drink right in the middle of a sentence. I am one of the worst podcast hosts in this network. So bad at this. But yeah, I mean, just I don't know. Cody Rhodes is just.
I love him. Fantastic wrestler,
Yeah.
but the stories he's in.
We need to get
Just are
him
lackluster.
something more.
Yeah.
If he's going to continue to be the face of the company like
Right.
this, and so I don't know.
If they're going to keep putting him on the Minute Maid orange juice boxes, he needs to earn the spot a little more.
Is he missing? Who is this guy? He's out there living everybody's dream of being on juice boxes. So it looks like this is all coming down to one match for us.
Possibly two if that other
Maybe
match
two.
comes up. But yeah. I think that leans a little in my favor too at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Just my opinion. I'm pretty
Because
sure.
here's the thing: is if you're right on one of them and I'm right on the other one, I still win.
If that other one happens, yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
So,
And as we always say, we record these the Tuesday before the thing happens.
Yeah.
So there's still several days
Give us more
before.
matches.
We don't know if that match is happening. We don't know if there's going to be a different match that they throw in on SmackDown. But we will post our final predictions on, early Saturday morning.
yeah, I guess so.
And let you know exactly how it's going to go.
I mean,
at 2 words LTN, Twitter and Facebook.
anyway, so those are our predictions. That's the show. We hope that it goes one way or the other, I guess, and it will. So
And you know, these things typically do.
These things typically happen as they happen. Wherever you go, there you are, you know. Sage wisdom. But we appreciate you joining us, Brandon, and hope you're having a good week, man. Hope you're doing good. Maybe next time we just Zoom with him, you know? I mean, like, cut out all this work you got to do for the podcast. We can just email him our pics.
Brandon's out there working hard for us. He's opened up 17 different browsers, all playing the podcast. He's keeping us afloat.
Thank you, Brandon. We appreciate you.
Gosh, that's funny.
Let's go, Brandon.
Don't say it like that.
Sorry.
Oh, gosh. He didn't mean that the way it sounded. We do really
LTN,
appreciate
I'm Bubba
you.
Stallcup.
And you can quote me.
You can quote me on that.
Everything we've said today.
Man.
How do we end this show? We appreciate you listening. I do genuinely appreciate everybody who listens because I know there's at least one more person out there, I'm sure. And we hope you'll join us next month for
Survivor Series, right?
Yeah.
That would be Survivor Series.
You know, eventually I'm going to say it's Survivor Series, and I'm going to be right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep saying it. So join us next month for Survivor Series. That'll hopefully that sounds like it was going to be a fun time.
It always is. Survivor Series is always a good time. There's always, we got War Games. Those are fun matches. War Games. Sorry.
And we'll be back. We'll be back next month with our Survivor Series picks and a new list of people Nia Jax has hurt. And so for all of us here at LTN, my name's John. His name is Matt. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
That's right. Went off the rails.
I'm glad nobody listens to the end of that. After all the things I said, man.
I hope nobody listens.
I'm hoping nobody listens to that.
Oh, gosh.